What is going on, guys? Today we're going to be doing my predictions for the Team of the Year promo that's coming out in FIFA 22. Will probably be out in like a week or two. Always a hot topic for debate. I'm going to give you my picks, who I think should be in each position. Feel free to let me know in the comments who I'm wrong about, who I'm right about, who you would put in. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Let's not waste any more time. Let's start off with the back line. We'll start with the goalkeeper. So I think there's a few cards you could go with. You could go with Mendy. Neuer's always a great shout as well. But I think the goalkeeper they're going to put in is going to be Donnarumma. He played well for AC Milan, got a big move to PSG, and helped Italy win the Euros. I think because he's very popular and he had a good year, I think he's got to be a lock for this spot. Onto the right back. I'm a little conflicted because I don't know where they'll play Joao Cancelo. I'm taking a gamble on him being put in another position though. So I'm going to go with Trent Alexander-Arnold. Once again, we could look at a Chelsea player like Reece James, but I think Trent is just so far clear of every other right back in the world that it's almost a joke. So now on to our first center back. It's going to be Ruben Dias from Manchester City. I think he had such a dominant year for them last year and he played well for Portugal. I think he's got to be a lock on this team. I think they need a few Man City players in there because of how good they were, and Ruben Dias I think is one of the best center backs in the world. Lots of other options as well, which we'll get to in a second. But let's look at who I'm putting as his partner. For that, I'm going to go with Marquinhos, another PSG player, also plays very well for Brazil. The only reason why I don't think he's a lock is because there's obviously other players as well. Chiellini and Bonucci for their contributions to Italy, Rudiger as well for carrying that Chelsea backline. But I think with Marquinhos, EA also get a card that is very worth opening packs when it's just the defenders out, and I think that's a very important part. If this was Chiellini and the backline was Trent, Ruben Dias, Chiellini, you know, that's not a big pack seller. It's not enough to get the people hyped. Marquinhos has great links. I think he'll be in the Team of the Year. Now onto the left back, I think it's going to be Joao Cancelo. I think he's been fantastic for City. When you look at the left backs that have won it previously, I just don't think any of them have had as good a year as he has. And I love Alphonso Davies, but he was hurt a lot of the year and hasn't played as well as Cancelo. Same with Robertson. Just doesn't feel like there's enough left back competition. I think it's got to be Cancelo in this spot here. So that's the back line. Let's get on to the midfielders. This is one I'm not sure about at all, but we gotta try and have some fun. So let me show you who my first pick is. I think Kevin De Bruyne is always a lock, probably the best passer in the world, and you got to keep with the theme of rewarding City players. I think he's the only one of the midfielders that I'm gonna pick that is 100% a lock. Now my second midfielder, this one's a little tricky because although he doesn't have the greatest stats or anything, he was voted one of the top players in the world this year. So I think Jorginho is a lock for this team. It won't be a meta card. It won't be a card that anyone wants, but I think he has to be in there. So I think this is a card that's basically coming down to rewarding a winning player that played a big role on two huge teams. Like he won the Champions League with Chelsea, then winning the Euros with Italy. I think Jorginho makes the cut. For my last midfielder, I went back and forth on a few people. We thought about Toni Kroos. We thought about Joshua Kimmich, and I could see either one of those guys getting in, but I'm going with N'Golo Kante. And first of all, EA love Kante. The fans love Kante. Everyone loves Kante. He played a huge role for Chelsea. He's obviously very important for France. I think it comes down to him or Kimmich, and I think Kante will get the nod because of the Champions League win. Of all the positions that I'm picking here, this is the one that I'm the least confident in, but I have a feeling they'll get Kante in there just so they have a bit better Chelsea representation. Now on to the front three. This is one of the tougher parts. There's only one card that I know for sure 1000% will be in, and that's Robert Lewandowski. There's just no question. There's nothing to talk about. The man scores goals for fun, for one of the best clubs in the world. No debate whatsoever. And that leaves us with two other attacker spots. This is what it boils down to for me. Cristiano Ronaldo, he cannot make it. There's just so many guys that played better than him over the year. So it comes down to 3 players to fill these 2 spots for me, and I'll tell you who I think will make it, and then I think the other player who misses out will be the 12th man or the extra guy that EA throws in. But on the left wing, I think they're gonna go with Kylian Mbappe. I think he's the shout there. He's the cover star. He did have a good year as well. So like it's not like he didn't have a good year. And I just think there's no way that they can leave him out. I wouldn't be surprised. Like I said, if he doesn't make it here, he'll definitely be the 12th man. But I think he makes the starting 11. And then for the other spot, it comes down to Messi or Mo Salah. And I'm going to give the nod to Messi. He did win the Ballon d'Or. He's the face of football. I think that leaves Mo Salah right on the cusp. I could see him replacing Mbappe. I could see him replacing Messi. But I don't think that EA will put him into the main team. I think we'll get a Salah card as a 12th man. I think this is what they'll go with. Once again, I'm not positive. But one of these guys will be involved. The other one might not be. But this is the front 3 that I'm picking for my prediction. And this is the 11 that I'm picking for my team. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure. Let me know what you guys think. Leave some nice comments for me. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys next time. Adios.